right, everybody. Good afternoon. Excuse me. Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Psycho Splatters. Always powered by coffee each and every time. That's right. Good morning to you. I hope you're doing really well. Um, that's right. You left us high and dry for the last week of your work there, sir. We were not happy. I still like you, but we weren't happy. 5:17 in the morning here in the land of Oz. Do you feel like coming up for a little bit? I don't know. Up to you. I am. Yes. I wasn't planning on really doing this. This was like last minute stuff. So yes. Anyways, I'm just doing this for a little while today. I thought, maybe like a 60 to 90 minute stream today. Something a little shorter. Excuse me. But needless to say, happy Friday for everybody out there. I called in. Unfortunately, my stomach was giving me grief earlier today. I so cannot wait until October 4th. I think it's October 4th. October 4th, when I get that colonoscopy. It's gonna be, yes, I'll always be the wise man. That's right. Okay, understood. Really? Yeah, I know there's a lot of us that don't ever feel like we're heavy, but like I said, unfortunately, I'll be gone out of there for about 18 days in September, early October. I have my cataract surgery in about 3 weeks, and then the colonoscopy in early October. Oh, good. That sounds tasty. Take one right off the vine, dash a little salt on it, little Parmesan, yum. Sounds good. Sounds very, very good. Yes, well, I miss my tribal chief sometimes. I do. We're supposed to be getting a couple new ones coming in starting tomorrow. We shall see how they are. Like 3 of them, I'm told. 3 new ones to cultivate. Man. Anyways, we have had, and I thank you guys for this, we have had, I'll have to go back. See you soon, Tribal Chief. See you soon. Good day, Mark. Hope it's not too hot out your way. We're looking, speaking of hot, we're looking at mid 90s, but makes it feel like it's at least 100 or more here again. Like, oh my God. A couple more weeks of this, I'm guessing. And hopefully my electric bill won't be so bad. How you doing? Good to see you. Yes, indeed. If I would have been on 30 minutes sooner, I guess the mowers were here and the lawn people were here. So it would have been extra noisy. Now it's just the noise of me. That's all. So yeah, hopefully everybody's doing real good in whatever part of the country you're in. I thought I heard some weird thing about, I don't know if it was yesterday, something about Alaska got an earthquake or something, like on a 3 on the Richter scale. I don't know. Something about there might have been another tsunami thing again going in the other direction. I don't know. This world is all falling apart. But we know that. We've known that for quite a while. Right? I have to kind of, because I have to save money, unfortunately, I got to pay $500 the day of my cataract surgery. I'm just like, ugh, this can be really rough. So it's like my finances have got to stay within a decent level. So the stuff that I show, chances are, is going to be older vault stuff that you guys have never seen before, or other things for that matter, at least for the next few weeks, until things level out. Um, I think there's supposed to be a record show in late October in Tulsa. Maybe my finances will be better by then. I would not mind making a Tulsa appearance. I haven't done a Tulsa appearance in many, many years. I would love to go check out, and be living on Tulsa time. That is for sure, indeed. So, you probably are trying to figure out some of this dialogue today. Scholars cruising for burgers. Voices say next position, please. It's funny you should say that. My album in the year 3073, book 1 to 3, sort of hinted at this sort of global problem. Hope I didn't jinx it. No. If anybody musically jinxed it, it was Zager and Evans in 1969 within the year 2525. We blame them for this, not you, Mark. Anyways, so let's see here. Oh, like I said, always powered by coffee each and every time. Still working on the Gavalia Classic Roast. It was on clearance. $5. I'll take it when I can get it. Yeah. Yeah, we're just going to blame Zager and Evans for this. So I'm reading a book that's actually pretty interesting. We'll be starting next week, this coming week, for Disaster Piece Theater. We will talk about a few different stories from this book. Yes, this is from 2012, Kenny Rogers, Luck or Something Like It. I showed some of the pictures in here before. What I didn't know and didn't realize is how musically versatile that this man was since he was a teenager. Okay, I did not know this. We're going to play 2 examples in this broadcast, but let me explain here a little. So in the 1950s, in the mid-50s, him and his friends around the Houston, Texas area, that's where he grew up around, formed a doo-wop band called the Scholars. I will be playing a twofer of them very shortly here. A little trivia tidbit, if you will. The Scholars were only around from about late 55 to about early 1958. All right. Before Kenny basically took his first stab at a solo career. But one of the clubs that they performed, at least at a handful of dates, back in 57, if I remember correctly, the clubs were owned by Jack Ruby. Yeah, that Jack Ruby. I thought that was kind of quite interesting. So we go, he gets a solo, he tries that. Then he ends up in a band, a jazz band, as a bass player called the Bobby Doyle 3. Never heard of him. I may have to look into more of that. But then, somehow, in the audience one night, in a Texas performance of the Bobby Doyle 3, happens to be Kirby Stone from the Kirby Stone 4. Basically, we're talking now early 1960s, if I remember correctly. And Kirby really liked he took the whole 3, and pretty much Bobby Doyle 3 would still do solo, their performances, and open for Kirby Stone 4. And they only ended up doing one album together, and Kenny is barely on that album before basically the next adventure comes, being in the New Christy Minstrels. He was in the New Christy Minstrels for, if I remember correctly, about 2.5 years. Well, then, of course, you get Kenny Rogers in the first edition, and from then on, and you guys know the rest of the story. But it just kind of goes to show you that even though he originally wanted to stick to the doo-wop rock and roll stuff, he was versatile in all kinds of different music. Your doo-wop, your jazz, country. He could pretty much do all of it, you know? And I like his country stuff too. It's just kind of too bad that he passed away when he did. So what I want to do for you is I'm going to play for you the first 45. This one here from 1956. Like I said, this is the band The Scholars, and it's on Q Records. I know it's got a goofy little title to it, but it's called Poor Little Doggy from 1956 with Kenny Rogers as one of the backing singers on this track. I think backing singer. I couldn't figure this out more than that.
There's a poor little doggy walking down the road, and his heart seems to carry such a heavy load. With his head held high and his tail hung low, he's a poor little doggy walking down the road. Now his folks took him riding in the car one day. Then they left him on a lonely road and drove away. What an awful end for a kid's best friend. Just a poor little doggy walking down the road. Oh, he walks and he whimpers and he whimpers and he walks as he looks down the road in vain.
Hopefully he don't go near certain restaurants.
He scratches and he walks. He'll never see his home again.
That's a good guess, but that's not it. Appreciate the try.
I ain't got nobody I can call my own, so I'll hum a song as I stroll along.
Good morning, mate.
Hey, Brandon, how you doing?
You know, it's early Saturday morning. I tend to wake up early sometimes. Right outside my window. I don't know what planet it is, but you can fully see it. Like, it's quite bright. I think it might be Venus. It's the dawn star. You know, as you were... So I'm fully ruling the song. As you were reading before, you could fully talk someone off the ledge of a building, mate. You got a real calm voice.
do some AMSR stuff.
Oh yeah, when you're sipping your coffee, what, you know, despite the crap that people give Kenny Rogers and all those kind of people, that's quite fascinating to know that he has such a versatile career. You wouldn't think that,
right?
Not at all.
Man, I'm telling you.
That's similar to Kenny Loggins as well. Not many people would think that he was like a quote unquote folk singer before he hit it big with, you know, Footloose and all that stuff. Not many people would know that.
Let's see. You know, since you're up here, let me see if I can pull the reference from this book.
Do you want to see what Our Money looks like?
Oh yes. Hang on. Oh, that's kind of cool. Wow. It's got that clear strip and everything too, huh? Jeez.
I'm surprised with American Money. It really is the same color, isn't it? It doesn't differ, right? Or is that just the movies?
It's just the movies. They were talking about changing the colors a few years ago. Man, oh man, I'm sorry. What I was going to try to tell you was back in '75, Kenny Rogers in the first edition, they had a show that was on from like '73 to late '75 called Rollin', which originally came out in Canada. Okay, and they had a lot of people that came through, but they did a brief tour. And they ended up doing a TV special in New Zealand and it was called Rollin' in New Zealand. And I was
Wow.
trying to come up with to tell you because they loved
Hey,
it.
Dino.
They said that that was one of the best experiences. Damn it, I'm trying to, because he mentioned a few cities in the damn thing too, and why I cannot find the thing, of course, is not.
Cities in New Zealand?
Yes.
Probably Auckland, Wellington, Christchurch.
I'm trying to speed read here, but that's it. You know, like I said, I'm not 100%. Oh, here we go. Okay. I got to do this in my reading voice here.
In the ASMR voice.
Yes, I'll make myself big for a second.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. There are very treasured memories to me, and I think Ginger. It had to do with he was yapping on the plane with Ginger Alden months after Elvis died. The experiences of the first edition weren't just about who we met, though they were also about where we went. If you ask any one of us, one of the highlights that you'd hear about would be our trip through New Zealand, which we did for a public TV show there called Rolling Through New Zealand. We took a minibus from Dunedin. Do I got that right? Dunedin?
Is it probably Dunedin?
Dunedin, thank you. From Dunedin to Auckland, and did concerts in about 13 cities along the length of the country. We were treated like superstars. They loved us in New Zealand. Now, this is Kenny Rogers in the first edition, okay? We could always depend on our songs doing well on the charts there. Even if they hadn't done so well in the U.S., we made friends with some of the Maoris?
Maori.
Maori.
Yeah, Maori. That's the indigenous of New Zealand.
Gotcha. Thank you. Yeah, the indigenous of New Zealand, and ate some incredible local food. And Mickey Jones, who was the drummer for First Edition and the band also in the 60s, and I stayed way too long in the sulfur baths in Rotorua?
Rotorua.
I'm trying here. I'm trying.
Mate, pronounce this word. Aotearoa.
What?
The Maori name for New Zealand is called Aotearoa. It's the land of the long white cloud.
It's Aroa?
Aotearoa.
Aotearoa.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Okay. See, my brain. It's Friday. My brain's mush.
Mate, it's all good.
We couldn't walk. We couldn't walk for an hour afterwards because our muscles were so weak from the sulfur water. And that's pretty much was it for the New Zealand memory.
Well, it doesn't surprise me that they would like Kenny Rogers because they're a little bit more open with. They're a bit more progressive with their thinking, you know. So that they're not so conservative with their musical tastes. But yeah, no, that was funny. Yeah. Rotorua and Dunedin. But you know, you did well for your first attempt.
I'll get there. I will eventually get there. If anybody's hearing anything in the background, it's like the landscaping people are like touching up on things. So sorry.
Oh, the lawnmower.
The lawnmower?
Yeah, the lawnmower.
The lawnmower, yeah. Yeah, Stephen King's running it. It's a lawnmower, man.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, oh, shit is right. So we go to...
Oh, dude, have you seen that movie?
Yes.
It was with Mark Wahlberg, and it was people would like there'd be like a wind, and then people would like kill themselves. Have you heard of that movie? It's M. Shyamalan. I forget what his name is.
Right. No, I know what you're talking about with the Mark Wahlberg. I didn't know
The Happening.
I never saw it. I know what you're talking about. I heard the title.
Mate, there's this bit in it, right, where this guy's riding on the lawnmower, the wind comes, and he gets off and he lies down while it goes over.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Wow.
Anyway, what were you saying?
Wheels under the lawnmower. See, instead of the bus. So the last 45 that those guys do, it's kind of a little bit of a jungle rock piece. I'm probably going to butcher this like I butchered all the other sayings for today already. From 1957, they're one of their last singles. They landed on Imperial Records for this, though. It's called Kongawa. I hope I got that right. Kongawa.
Kongawa.
Kongawa by Scholars of Kenny Rogers and his Roasters. No, I'm kidding. I don't know here.
Wow.
From 57.
So nearly 70 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Very soon.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm saying, do you like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly soundtrack album? Is that the one that, oh God, what's his name? Who's the one that does all the spaghetti westerns?
Clint Eastwood, the actor or the composer?
The composer. Not Maroney. That's not right. Mark. Damn it! I'm not good at names today. What the hell is it with me?
I'll do a Google search. 1 second.
Yeah. Why don't you do that? And I'm going to get some coffee.
Yeah.
Ooh, ow, ow, ow.
Well, luckily, hey Zed, luckily for Marcus, it doesn't surprise me because being both Commonwealth countries, we would share that similarity. You probably have your coins and currency will probably start getting the King Charles soon anyway. For those who don't know what we're talking about, we're just talking about the money. So I'm just looking it up now, folks. I'm sorry, Paul. We're having technical difficulties.
Uh-oh. You all right?
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine.
Hey, Zeb, how you doing? Let's see here. Let me see.
Sorry. I was trying to find the composer for it. Good, Bad, and Ugly.
Ennio Morricone. I couldn't spit that out.
All good. No, all good.
I love all those Clint Eastwood spaghetti westerns. Those things are so damn good.
Yeah, as a kid you find them boring, but now as an adult you come to appreciate them, huh? Well, I don't know about you, but yeah, I come to appreciate them as an adult, you know?
Oh yeah. See, what was it? My evil Uncle Jim. That's what I call him. That's what I call him. But back when he was less evil. Me and my grandmother and Uncle Jim, we would watch Gunsmoke. We would watch all these Western movies, okay? And I didn't mind them too much. Of course, they pretty much were stuck in a mold.
Yeah.
But these spaghetti Westerns were a little different. I'm just like going, ooh, I could take this. Good, Bad, and Ugly, Fistful of Dollars. Even going to the 80s with Pale Rider. I even liked Pale Rider, which I think that was maybe the last Clint Eastwood Western type thing he did, or pretty close to it anyway. I don't know.
It gives me some inspiration to watch some movies now, come to think about it, because I don't really watch all that kind of stuff, but it would sound pretty interesting to watch. Have you heard of the movie Westworld with Yul Brynner?
Yes. It's been forever since I saw that.
You know, apparently that was kind of like a quasi-inspiration for the Terminator in like apparently, I don't know, but apparently so, but that's a movie I'd like to watch, Westworld.
God, I don't think I've seen that since like the 80s. That's how long it's been.
I envy to be in your generation. I hate being my generation. You really did grow up in the best time. Fact.
that truthfully, thanks, but that's funny because I've always said, me personally, that I should have been like 10 years, like the late 1950s. That's when I really would, instead of 1967, I wouldn't have minded being born in like 55, 56.
Same.
Because then I could have like, okay, fine. I would have been a little kid when Elvis was around. When the Beatles hit, I'd have been 7, 8 years old. Vietnam would have just ended. So, by when I was in high school, so I wouldn't have had to play. And but just that time frame.
When did that actually end? I'm not getting political. Just wanted to know, when did
Sure.
the Vietnam War end?
Okay, so I mean, basically, I think we started late 73, early 74. We started like pretty much reducing things, but
Okay.
it was early 75 was when the last of whatever American type, when we lost, when the helicopters were flying, what few people they could get out of there. And I'm just going, oh boy, so yeah, police action, my ass. It started with the French, went to the British, then we got it.
The British. You know what? Like MASH, like the Korean War. That was a police action, apparently so as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, go.
No. I was gonna say, and yet somehow MASH was able to pull 12 seasons out of a 3-year war.
Oh, I know, right? Amazing. How do you do that? Creative. No other show like it.
Yeah. I love MASH.
You know what kills it for me though is the laugh track. That's what just kills it for me.
Yeah. They shouldn't have done it, but
in England they don't have it.
Oh wow.
Over here they do have it though, which is strange. They didn't put it on because some parts they don't need to, because you laugh as you go along with it as well.
What is your favorite soundtrack album of all time?
Oh, mine would have to be the Giorgio Moroder 1984 Metropolis with like Freddie Mercury, Pat Benatar, John Anderson, Adam Ant's on it as well. What's another one? Probably in Blade Runner with Vangelis.
Ooh, that's some good soundtrack choices. Mine art is good. Mine art is cool as yours. But I would probably say just right off the bat, heavy metal. I love that heavy metal soundtrack. Hey, get this. I found a copy of the damn thing in an antique mall this past week. Clean as could be. Original custom label. I'm going, what's the price? There was no fucking price on it. And they couldn't get a hold of the person either. I was so pissed because that was the first time that I've seen that clean of a copy. Okay. So that one and Spinal Tap. Those are my two favorites.
Man, those are, what do you mean not cool? Dude, man, heavy metal is the very big bosom. even the Sammy Hagar song, Heavy Metal, like that's a pretty kicking song, man. And even Steely Dan, or was it Donald Fagen, contributed to the song, to the soundtrack as well?
Let me think about this a minute.
What was the packaging? Was that in mint condition too? Or was just the media clean?
Well, the media was clean. Like I said, double album. I'm trying to pull this up here.
I think Blue Oyster Cult may have been on it as well. They contributed to the song.
I think so too. So did Cheap Trick.
Yeah.
Hang on. Unfortunately, I got into the movie itself, but I know if I keep going down, it'll give me the music.
The movie's great. I watched it because of the South Park episode. Went directly to that they made a sequel, Heavy Metal 2000.
Yeah,
never watched it.
Yeah, I can't.
Just the original one.
I can't stand that. Okay, we've got Blue Oyster Cult, Veteran of the Psychic Wars, Don Fagen, True Companion.
Yes.
Blue Lamp, Stevie Nicks, Open Arms from Journey, Heartbeat by Riggs.
Hey, Dead Wax.
Reach Out from Cheap Trick. Heavy Metal, Taking a Ride, Don Felder. Queen Bee from Grand Funk. I Must Be Dreaming, Cheap Trick. Crazy by Nazareth. All of You, Don Felder. Prefabricated by Trust. And Heavy Metal by Sammy Hagar. E5150, Black Sabbath, Mob Rules, Sabbath. Through Being Cool from Devo.
Oh.
And Working in the Coal Mine
by Devo.
from Devo. But I mean that's in the movie. What you get on the album though is Hagar, Riggs, Devo, Blue Oyster, Cheap Trick, Felder, Fagan, Nazareth, Riggins, Journey, Grand Funk, Cheap Trick, Sab, Felder, Trust, and Stevie Nicks closes it out. So 16 tracks, but there's like 22 in the movie. So yeah,
That's a pretty great lineup. They got
Yeah.
Devo on there. You know, Devo's
Yeah.
mega underappreciated. You know, if anyone who's watching this, go check out the Devo YouTube channel, because they've just
yes,
they've restored all their videos, and they also talk about like behind the albums as well. So 100% check them out. They're a very kind of mocked in a way for their views, but a lot of their premonitions have actually come to light in recent years. Very intelligent men. In fact, Jerry Casale was involved in the 1968 Kent University shootings. He knew a few of the people were there.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Yeah, there's I think there's a test. He's doing a testimonial video about it as well.
Wow.
He used to be a long-haired hippie, and then after that became like a, not so forgiving.
Wow. I really wish that the Devo B-52s tour was coming near me. It's not. It's not coming anywhere near me, and I'm like pissed off about that.
Devo?
No.
I have. They came here a few years ago. Great stuff. Fully energetic too. Still got it.
Yeah, see, I'd love to go see Devo just to see the show and then go torture Michael Pilmer while I'm at it. He'd be like, psycho. I'm like, I've been watching the Devo videos. Very, very cool. I just met those guys a few months ago. Well, lucky you, Randy. See, jeez.
Yeah, they're pretty wacky guys. Like Mark Mothersbaugh did the Rugrats soundtrack, as well as like a few recent movies too.
Let's see here. Hang on. I'm going to pull something up just because I can. Yeah, I'm not going to.
Probably Disco Dancer, Postmodern Man.
Okay, we'll play this way. We'll do it, I guess.
Peekaboo. And
I don't care about New Becca. All right. Let's play this, which was in the movie.
That's good. Look, Dino, I could name more songs, but they're just not coming to my head right now. Oh yeah, that was also in the I think they may have done a song. Dino, Dr. Detroit. That's a great song.
I guess they're through being cool from the heavy metal soundtrack, Devo.
Like great, just imagine if David Bowie did produce the first album with Brian Eno as well.
Really? I never heard that story.
Well, David Bowie was supposed to produce the first album, but he was doing The Man Who Fell to Earth, and then he passed it on to Brian Eno, but they didn't really. They kind of mocked him, Brian Eno and his oblique strategy cards and all that stuff. So they're a bit reactionary towards that. But it would have been interesting to hear David Bowie produce Devo. Would have been a bit out there good.
Yeah. The what if. It happened on a parallel musical universe. It happened.
Well, yeah. Well, in Rick and Morty, it's a parallel universe, so.
And in another Beatle universe, the Beatles didn't break up till 2016.
Oh man!
They were around for 50-something years, on and off.
You just sparked a great discussion. You know, I normally don't like to talk about the Beatles and that kind of stuff because I feel like it's been done to death. But imagine, no pun intended. Like, just think what they would have sounded like in the 80s. I don't think they would have done that pop thing. You know, being thinkers, I think they would have embraced the technology and been like a sort of like a progressive, if you will, because towards the end they were moving into like a heavy blues sound, like a progressive sound in a way. Sorry, it's 6 o'clock in the morning here. My thoughts aren't really with it.
Oh, it's okay. It's quite all right. He's got a good question. What's the favorite song that you like off David Bowie's Black Star album? I haven't played that thing in so long, but I would say probably either, if I remember right, it's either Black Star or Lazarus. It's one or the other. That's one I like, if that answers that question.
At Deadwax, without sounding a bit silly, I'm not sure because I don't really listen to Iggy Pop. So I will, if you could give me an example, that I would like to hear that. And for Dino, I haven't listened to Black Star, if I'm honest, once, but I haven't really absorbed it.
See, and here's where I'm still a little ignorant on the original run, as you would call it. I don't have the first album. I don't have the live one. It sounds like this, so I have to go from Remember the Future to oh my God, Magic. I've got those. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I dig Remember the Future and Down to Earth and Recycled, and oh God, the one with Brooke Shields on the cover. Magic is the Child. I like that one too. So it's like I don't have an answer for that yet. I just don't.
So, question, Paul. What's the title of your show about?
Well, I'm glad you asked about that. So the scholars portion we've already covered. Cruising for Burgers. Now, Mark thought maybe there was going to be Zappa, which would have made a great guess. But for some reason lately, I've been thinking of Rick Nielsen. I don't know why. I heard his health has been on and off in this last tour, okay? I know that they're talking about doing a farewell tour, I think for 26. Which, I mean, hey, Cheap Trick's been around since 74. Rick's been around since 66. Okay, so he'll be his 60th year next year. And you know what? The guy deserves a break. What a legacy. So how convenient that his first band pretty much was called the Grim Reapers. And I talked to Rick. I actually was able to talk to Rick about this before I play this. And I said to him, I'm like, when I met him, this was back in 2004, 2005. This was when they were doing sound check. It was an outdoor venue, Davis Park in Rockford, Illinois. And I said to him, just out of the blue, I go, Grim Reapers? What were you guys thinking? And he goes, look, he goes, we thought it was cool back then. And then we were supposed to open for Otis Redding in Madison in December. I think it was December 10th or December 11th, 1967. They were supposed to open for Otis Redding. There was all kinds of things. And then this 45 is already out that I'm going to play called Cruising for Burgers. See what I did there? So, but in that time frame, it was him and Tom Peterson from Trick are in Grim Reapers.
So is so is Cheap Trick kind of like the Crowded House of the Grim Reapers, like the new band that formed from that. Is that right?
I guess you could sort of say that. What happened was they went from Grim Reapers to they in '69, maybe sooner, they came up with the name Fuse, which they put out an album on Epic Records. Very, very cool cover. It looks like a bomb, if a big, and then after that album came out, Bunny Carlos joined in a late run of Fuse. Okay, so then they changed their name to Sick Man of Europe, and they end up for some reason Stookie from the Nas along with Tom Mooney, because I guess something happened to Bunny. That's why he was gone for a little while. So you've got half the Nas and half Pre-Cheap Trick in Sick Man of Europe. Bunny just put on the Bunny's Bootlegs YouTube channel. Okay, so Bunny Carlos has got a YouTube channel, which he's the archivist for Cheap Trick stuff. And this week they released some Sick Man of Europe material from '72. So if you've never heard Sick Man, and I want to listen to this, so check it out if you're into the Cheap Trick stuff, the early stuff. So Sick Man of Europe by '73 was Toast. Stookie and Mooney leave. Bunny Carlos comes back. There's singer Zeno Hogan. That was the original lead singer of Cheap Trick. I've spoken to him once. Very interesting character. He is, for the last 25 years, he has been the lead singer of a band out of Milwaukee called Bad Boy. They've been around since the '70s. But so by '74, then you get everybody in place. Zeno was the one that supposedly came up with the name Cheap Trick. Okay. He leaves, and that's when Robin comes in and click, 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 all the puzzle pieces by '74.
Solved.
Mm-hmm. So we present from
Cheap
'67.
Trick's like your favorite band, is it?
One of my top 5. You betcha. So we present Rick Nielsen, Tom Peterson. This is their band from Rockford, Illinois, Cruising for Burgers, which was the flip side of Hound Dog. Go figure. I'm not quite sure why they thought they had to cover it, but whatever.
Well,
Cruising for Burgers by the Grim Reapers, a.k.a. Rick Nielsen and Tom Peterson of Cheap Trick.
Well, this is a cause for some evaluation because, mate, that sounded heavy. That end part of the song, that sounded heavy metal, but before heavy metal.
Right. Yeah. Late '67, if I remember right.
Did they have? Are there other songs similar to like that as well, or is it just that one off?
I'm going to tell you something. At least for the Grim Reapers, that was a one-off single, because even though supposedly, and I don't know if Rick or Tom has got the rehearsal tapes, but they did work on some more after that in like '68-ish. If they the tapes, that'd be funny just to hear what the evolution of that would have been between Grim Reaper and Fuse.
What a wasted opportunity.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Yeah, I've been busy and came away. Well, thanks for coming on over. Like I said, this was totally unexpected, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't even sure if I was going to do this. I'm like, before the grandkid comes, I'm like, it's kind of quiet now. The mowers finally left. But yeah, so just this little band out of Rockford, Illinois. And let's face it, from that little nugget to 10 years later, okay, they're on the edge of getting Budokan released. There is no such thing as an overnight sensation, people. This is gestation at its finest. It took 10 years from that point. And shortly after doing that 45, I want to say within like 3 months.
Hey, Wyoming Dave.
Rick Nielsen, for some reason, went to New York City. No, not New York City. I'm sorry, London. He went over to England. I don't know why I thought New York. He went over to England, and He happened to trip on a Yardbirds recording session, one of the last ones. He plays organ on Ha Ha Said the Clown.
Wow.
So the Yardbirds and Cheap Trick for 2 seconds go like that.
Well, I'm not too knowledgeable on the Yardbirds, but would that have been the period with Jimmy Page on guitar,
Mhm.
or okay?
Yep.
Because I know that I know there was Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, and Jimmy Page, but not at the same time, right? Like different iterations of the band, I think.
Yeah. Brandon, is there fact?
Fact.
Yes, the chairman of the board, when Mello was not here, chairman of the board can use the word fact. Anybody can use the word fact, but it's like it's
funny.
Very, very much so. You know what? Let me see here a minute. Let me pull this up for everybody. But yeah, those early '68 singles are not that easy to come across. They're really not, because they didn't chart.
No, and a lot of that stuff would have fallen into obscurity.
Yes. Okay. Let me see if I can pull this up. I know that. I know it says 19. I know it says 1967, but like I said, it had to have been. Let me see something a minute here. You know, my head seems to be in a fog too, and it's not 6 a.m. here.
It's that afternoon chill.
Yeah.
You know on the Dr. Pepper cans, it's got that. It's got those specific time on it. I forget what number it is, but there's like a time on a Dr. Pepper can to drink it. Apparently, that's the best time to have a Dr. Pepper is 3 p.m, because that's when your body dips in blood in sugar. So you have a Dr. Pepper at 3 p.m.
Wow.
It's a load of crap, I think.
Yeah. Brandon is the king. Fact.
Nah, mate.
Page plays bass when Beck was guitar. That's true. That's right. Yardbirds morphed into the Brilliant Renaissance for the first 2 albums. It was Keith Relf and Jim McCarty from Yardbirds went and I think they did a band called Together first, and then it morphed into Renaissance, if I'm right, but I could be wrong on that. All right, so this one here only made it to 45 in the U.S. charts, but this year, like I said, Rick Nielsen plays organ. Ha Ha Said the Clown. Yes, it is. Yes, it is a terrible tune. Ha Ha Said the Clown. It is a terrible tune.
Yeah, it was a bit.
It's the only time that you get Rick Nielsen playing with the Yardbirds in late 1967. Yes, this is on the Little Games Expanded CD, which I need to find that. It's got a bunch of extra fun on that as well. But yes, Ha Ha Said the Clown. Those, like I said, those last couple of Yardbird 45s in America, very hard to find. I don't think I've ever come across any of those things. Oh man!
It's because they weren't hot. It's because they weren't top chart. Wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised that thing even made it to 45.
Really?
In America, yeah, I made it to 45. I'm like, so it was like bubble under the top 40, kids. So late 67 must have been very weird for that kind of stuff.
Well, you know, like the tunes sound like this is the Jerry Anderson box set. This is like Thunderbird.
Oh yeah, you were gonna show that. Oh, look at that.
And that song sounded like the theme to one of the shows. It sounded like you could. It sounded like puppets dancing, drinking cocktails. That's what the music sounded like, you know.
Yeah, I could see something like that. Manfred Mann did it too. Oh, I don't know if I'd want to hear that. Hearing the Yardbird one is kind of bad enough as it is.
With Manfred Mann, they're a funny group because their main hits were cover songs. Am I right in saying that? Like, even though they produced original material,
oh yeah,
they were known for their covers, right? Or is that just?
Oh yeah, the rare times that they'll play "Mighty Quinn" from Bob Dylan. Oh, I love that song though. I'll sing along
You
with
ain't seen nothing like the big song here, mate. As well,
that.
gets played
Hmm.
often too. You
Oh
know.
yeah, and Bruce Stringbean when they did those three songs from Bruce, that was yeah.
Blinded by the light. I like the extended version because there's like
Mhm.
a fade out in the voice and then it comes. Chris Thompson, brilliant vocalist. You know.
Mm. I like Manfred Mann. I
You
do.
know that uh, Chris Thompson sang backing vocals and did I think a bit of rhythm guitar at the Freddie Mercury tribute concert.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's been
Oh,
forever since I've seen that.
it was a
My
letdown.
wow. I I mean I'm honest, my memory is not so good, but I know that was in 92 or sometime in 92.
April
And
April 20, 1992.
and I can't remember if it was HBO or Showtime or Cinemax or whatever played it. That's how the
Uh,
only time I saw it.
I think it would have been HBO
Mm,
because midway through the concert they went to U2 because they were doing their Zoo TV tour and
mm.
U2 they were touring the States at that time. So yeah, it was a big letdown because some of the artists on there.
No Live Aid, huh?
uh,
um,
nah.
what is the one rare album that you wish to have and why?
um, Probably. Hmm. Well, it's not a rare album, but I would like all of Split Ends remixed
Mm.
vinyl. Oh, and by the way, underrated album, but
Oh, hang on. Oh, Broadsword and the Beast from Tull. Yes, yes, that's a very good choice. I think, truthfully, that was maybe the last Tull album I bought for a
Under
while.
Wraps is just as good. Under
Hmm.
Wraps is just as good. I've
Maybe I
listened
need.
to. Pardon?
I'm just saying, maybe I need to explore.
If you don't want to, you don't have to, mate. If
No,
you
I
just want to
love.
listen,
Yeah.
you want to be a Captain Cook Endeavour. That's the name of your ship.
God.
I hope I'm not killing the views. I'm just going to make myself a
No.
cup of coffee.
Yeah, go ahead.
Entertain the Lamettes.
Oh, definitely. While he's making the cup of coffee, we've already gone here. It says Under Wraps is God awful except the song Under Wraps 2. I wish I could have the only album by Keith Moon. I'll tell you, Two Sides of the Moon. I've only ever come across one copy in all the years of. And when I found it, it was not in great shape. I mean, what can you say? Um, my bestie Donna, she's doing deep dives into Tull's catalog and
No, ZM.
yes. Oh man, ouch.
So just quickly, and I'll go back to coffee.
Sure.
You should see the sunrise here, and an Australian sunrise on the east coast. It's enough to make a tear run down your eye, especially when you see the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge. Oh, that's
Oh wow.
that's Australia. Anyway, back to coffee.
Oh no, that's good. That's good. Mm. So we've already explained Scholars and Cruising for Burgers. We're going to keep going a little bit here off of one of my favorite Cheap Trick albums, Dream Police. And sometimes it kind of reminds me of me inside my head. I present, of course, Voices.
An opinion, but I respect what they did, though. I don't even though it might not be my cup of tea, I wouldn't bag them out. No, but yeah, they're great musicians, great, and influenced a lot of people.
I regret not getting to go see Motorhead. This was, I think, in the late '90s, early O's. There used to be okay, so DeKalb, Illinois has got Northern Illinois University. It's a college town. And near the university, they had this place, this bar of all places called Crazy Otto's. That was the name of the joint. It was around since the 70s. Okay, that's how long it was. Well, I never got a chance to go in the building. I drove past it once or twice, but I'm like, but Motorhead decided to play. And I'm going, oh God, can I even get out there? You know, I mean, DeKalb is maybe about 60 to 90-minute drive from where I lived at the time. And I was just like going, God, I want to go. I still want to go. And at the last minute, I couldn't go. I was so I was so pissed. And I was just like, ugh. But
regrets.
I have too many music regrets. Hi, Paul Psycho, the leader of the Island of BC Misfit Vinyl Community. Physically, emotionally drained toy. This is getting like very long each time. You come up with an extra word every time. Every time, Richard. Dino, I love you. Dino probably loves you too. See, I love you, Richard. The new power couple of the vinyl community. I'm kidding. You grew up in Aurora. God, I only went through Aurora once or twice, Richard, out of all the 40 years I lived here. But back to the whole Dream Police Cheap Trick thing. So after, God, I was such a nerd. I've met Robin and Rick and Bunny, and I got to do a quick hi from Tom. And this guy here, he probably Richard and Dino love him too. Here we go.
Hey guys,
how are you? Dave, welcome.
So if I had it close, I would show you the Robin Sanders signed Dream Police album I've got. And I've probably told this story before, but this was like 04, 05, somewhere around there. After one of the outdoor concerts, it was the concert that Alice Cooper opened for Trick in the Meadows. This was when Alice was doing the Dirty Diamonds tour. Okay, so he was on first, and then Cheap Trick, and then they all came on together and did Money and one other song. I cannot remember which, but it was some old standards. And so afterwards, though, okay, I tried to get to Bunny. Bunny was a little crabby that day. I don't know why. He jumped in his car and he's like, he goes, nope, don't have time for that. Booked out. I'm like, shit. Okay. Well, I didn't mean to piss Bunny off, but I think he was already a little pissed. So I saw Robin sneaking away to head towards more downtown because there were some local clubs. So I slowly went away from the crowd because I didn't want to be a jackass. I walked about a block or two and I simply said, Robin. And he's like, he's not. And I'm like, I did something I normally don't do. I put the guilt card down and I said, well, it was nice to meet you anyway. He stops dead in his tracks, him and his little entourage. And he turns around and goes like this. Back when I could half run. So I'm like, I got the album. He goes, hold my beer. Don't put anything in it. And I go, I'm not going to do that. I'm not one of those kind of people. And he goes, he goes, I'm sorry that I'm being like this. He goes, but my kid's going to play locally around the corner here. All of the musician, I don't know if Bunny had kids, but the other three, they've got musically inclined kids. In fact, as you know, some of them are in Cheap Trick right now.
Oh, really?
So with them for touring. So the thing is that he goes, oh, Dream Police. He goes, truthfully, he goes, this is probably my favorite album cover. That's what he said. And he signed it really quick. And I said, thank you for taking the time out, shook his hand, and he scrammed. That was my Robin story.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've met quite a fair few people, haven't you?
Yeah, it's the last people that let's see, what was it? The last people I met, like the last band I met was Nectar back in 20, but the last musician, and I don't know, I'd like to think I'm between being an acquaintance and a friend. I don't know what you'd call it, okay? John Humphrey, the drummer of Seether and the Nixons.
Okay.
When he shows up twice a year for the record shows where I drive to, me and him, we just sometimes once in a while, Messenger will go off, and he's a huge Kiss fan. He's a co-host of sometimes of Kiss My Wax, which is a YouTube VC podcast.
Hey, Paul, what kind of music were the Nixons? Were they punk or something, or alternative?
Well, you know what? Okay, hang on a minute, Dave. Yeah, we're going to play a little bit of the Nixons.
I know the name.
The big hit for them anyway. Hang on. But he was the drummer for both bands. What were you going to say, Brandon?
This is unmusic related, but when you know Illinois, do you say does anyone ever pronounce it Illinois?
Yes.
Oh, do they? Not supposed to. But I don't think. Right.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Trust me. We correct them pretty damn quick. Anyways.
And one more. Does anyone ever pronounce it Arkansas?
Yes.
Okay.
We also correct them very quickly on that.
I never heard that Arkansas before.
Yes.
Arkansas.
Thank you. Sorry.
Okay, because at the 2-minute mark, I was going to cut it off anyway. So there's you get half your wish.
Yes, I go.
But that's your idea of the Nixons. Okay, that was their biggie. If I remember, it's mid-90s.
Yes, I think they're originally from the mid-90s, but I don't remember.
So they're still around though. They put out a new EP. It's streaming. But the vinyl should be coming out really soon. They actually covered for the last 25 years in concert The Seeker from The Who, and it's actually a really good version of that. Oh, look, he's got Gentle Giant.
Cool, yeah.
Nice.
Hey, Dina, I like Alice in Chains. Hey, Dina.
I think I've come across a copy of that once, if I remember right.
So that's just for Chris. Never mind that. Never mind. Don't mean to distract you.
It's all good. Do you like Alice in Chains? You betcha.
Yeah.
Is it the censored version or with guns on the cover?
I don't have any idea. Have to show.
What's that for, ZM?
Is that for the Civilian album you're talking about, or the one that he's holding? The rest is a hodgepodge. Nilsson, Bill Evans, Andre Crouch, Harry Connick Jr. Oh, you got a whole bunch of the whole Civilian. So the album Civilian is a censored cover of the guns on the cover.
Hey, Paul, can I show you some? I got one Aussie band for Brandon here. I know I bet he likes.
There's guns on here. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
In between the newspapers, there's people carrying like
so you got it original. You got a first press. Very nice.
If you excuse the French, great fucking album. Especially
No problem.
Nice.
Sorry, pardon the French.
Nope, it's all good. All right, so what do you got? Sure.
I love this band, of course. Yeah.
Now, we have to make you an honorary Aussie, Dave.
This good album too.
Do you have Shabu Shaba?
That's the one I've been looking for out in the wild. No, I don't have Shabu Shaba, unfortunately.
Oh, rip. Oh.
Trick.
That was in excess. Like. Oh.
For the back cover.
Nice.
There's all the 4-hit singles from it.
Guns in the Sky, brilliant song.
Oh yeah.
And Wildlife, especially that breakdown in the middle of it. It's great. That was recorded not too far from my where I live.
Oh really?
Yeah. I think it's Sydney. Surrey. I think some of them recorded up in Surrey Hills, not too far from here.
I got the X album too.
That's got Suicide Blonde on it, I believe.
Yep, it does.
Yeah, that's about.
Is anybody pulled up there?
No,
I'm worried that somebody fucking.
What are you talking about?
He's not supposed to get dropped off.
There hasn't been anybody yet. The only ones that were here were the mowers, which were here for like a good hour. Sorry, guys. Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks, Paul. That's my excess album so far of vinyl.
Okay.
You like? Do you like Men at Work?
I do not. You know what? I hate to say I do not like Men at Work that much. That's just me. I don't like.
You know, try out the album Cargo by Men at Work.
Did that have the hit Overkill? Their second one, Overkill, or was that the first one? Business as Usual was the first one in the United States.
Yeah, business was business
Cargo
as usual. But Cargo's got a song on it that sounds a bit like Pink Floyd, and there's a guitar solo in it that's
cool.
But yeah, Cargo. That's a great album.
I don't know. I just got kind of tired of the music. I don't know.
It's all good.
Yeah.
But yeah, you would have liked growing up here in the 70s because of the pub rock, you know, Cold Chisel, Ozzy Crawl, and all that. Yeah, you would have liked all that stuff.
Jimmy Barnes was with Chisel, wasn't
he? You bet.
Well, I mean, I know Jimmy. I only know one or two songs by it. I see Jimmy Barnes, but that's all about it.
Yeah, you would have liked that stuff, I reckon.
Let's see. Other than the AC/DC and the NXS CDs, I did come across a Best of Cold Chisel. I've got that. I've got a Rose Tattoo. I've got, and get this, at a Goodwill for like $2 a piece, I found 2 signed Hoodoo Guru CDs. I'm going, who dumps
them? Yeah.
Wow.
Not bad.
The Hoodoo Gurus.
I saw where Gong has a new album. I didn't know that, but there's no members from the old days left, and then it's a tribute band. Gong's a tribute band.
Wild.
Mm-hmm. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me set this up here because I've got two songs left in the queue, because this was going to be kind of a half shorty today. So let me set something up here, and then we're going to go to the explanation of things. Don't care about Chevy either. You know what I hate is that sometimes you have a choice to skip shit, and sometimes you don't now, which really sucks. It really, really does. All right. Who is in this? Who's backstage?
Who's backstage?
That's right, because there's something here, but there's no video. I ain't dealing with that. Not today.
It's the shadow.
It's your me and my shadow.
That's the
all right.
song from the 20s, Me and My Shadow.
I saw, True Chris, the oldest member, joined in 07. Jeez, David wanted them to continue with as the leader. Try Rejoice, I'm Dead.
I don't know Gong's music, to be honest with you.
So,
quite avant-garde, you know.
To finish the title, we're going to finish the title, and then we have a David Bowie song. That's how we're going to close this off today, like we have been. So this week, actually today in 1983, the Todd Rundgren produced Cheap Trick album Next Position Please comes out on 61. It only makes to Billboard 61. Okay, because this is where their little decline starts, which is sad. Yeah.
Probably got a smart ass comment in the chat room.
No, we can't. And the question is, am I wearing pants? That's even a more important question than that. I guess not. I don't know. That's Gong for you, you know. Maybe it should be a tribute band called Bang-A-Gong.
Bang-A-Gong.
Anywho, the single. Oop, that's not it. That is not. Why did I do that to myself? I screwed that up. Hang on a minute. damn it. Why do I do that to myself? That is not what I wanted. I X'd the wrong one. That'll teach me. Well, I never did say that this was going to be a professional show. I never did say that.
Okay.
Speaking of that, I guess someone else that's doing a pop-up stream is Raging Tomato. Okay, Kraft, I could care less about your mail. Or Boost Mobile.
I don't follow Sarah the Raging Tomato anymore. Her show is just not for me.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, well, I'll go once in a while. And
is that a flippant comment? I am Pink Floyd.
Oh, probably.
It's a wig.
It's a wig, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the
It is a
Paul
wig.
family.
Cross-eyed and pantless. That almost sounds like a strange album title
That'll
for
be-
that.
Wait, isn't the Desperate Tall song Cross-Eyed Mary?
Yes. So
Yeah.
see, we just need. I knew a Mary that was half cross-eyed. She had one eye that was also. Anyways, oh boy, I present "I Can't Take It," which was the single off of "Next Position, Please," produced by Todd Rundgren. So songs like that is what made Bunny leave. Listen, okay, One on One was a really good album. I thought Next Position was okay, along with Standing on the Edge. The Doctor,
Doctor.
The Doctors. Yeah, we did a Jukebox from Hell on the album The Doctor. Yes, we did, and also my last Jukebox from Hell episode 60 that I did was about Cheap Trick's Woke Up with a Monster from '94. That was the last one we've reviewed so far. Toby doesn't like Cheap Trick. Toby has not come anywhere near my little thing here today. Toby must be napping on my bed like or mom and dad's bed, one or the other. Or she's not in your room. Okay, maybe she's on.
With the Cheap Todd produced that Cheap Trick album. When you listen to Skylarking by XTC, it seems completely devoid of any backing. Those backing vocals that he likes to do, Todd Lundgren.
Mm-hmm.
It just shows how versatile of a producer he really is. Going from Bat Out of Hell to that album to Skylarking. It's all completely different. Very very talented man.
Yes.
Very talented.
Before that Trick album, there was I still remember reading about this. I think it was in Circus or Hit Parade or a Rolling Stone. Okay, in '83, Todd was supposed to produce. Oh boy! Once again, it's somewhere in an alternate musical universe. Todd was going to produce the 1983 album from The Who.
Oh,
They were going to do another one after It's Hard. And Pete did a couple demos, and that's as far as it got. And that was the end of that. And I'm going somewhere in a parallel universe. There is an '83 album from The Who with Todd Rundgren producing.
Yeah.
The breakdown. Why didn't it come to fruition?
I don't know. That is a big mystery. I tried looking up for that answer, and it just I can't get very much. Yes, I saw him 3 times. I wish I could have seen him more. I saw him in 2004, 2005, and 2012. Cool. That's the last time I saw Cheap Trick. I would love to see him again. As they what was it? The closest they got was Little Rock with Heart before somehow that tour got canceled because of I can't remember which Wilson sister got health issues. So that gig never happened, which I was just like, ugh. So hopefully maybe for 26 they'll play down the street here, and then I'll go see him. I'll take my kid with me because he needs to see Cheap Trick before they go.
Oh, you got to definitely expose the young ones to these bands. It's very important.
Kiss and Alice Cooper, he's been to. Kiss and Alice Cooper. I took him to those. Yeah, we had great times for that. What's my favorite Elton John?
I heard Alice Cooper has a new album.
Yes, I have not had a chance to really listen to
Someone
that.
on Instagram or YouTube showed about it. Or
The Revenge of Alice Cooper. That's right. And before I forget, before I play this last track, all right, people. Now, supposedly this week from the stage, it was either Robin or Rick announced the new album will be released around Halloween. So we will get new Cheap Trick around that time frame. So we'll have our ears and eyes out for the next Cheap Trick album, and that's nice. Why do I have a feeling that that might be the last Cheap Trick album we're gonna get? So I like the last couple. I just wish Bunny would come back at least for a song. You know, I don't know why they just, it's just too much bad blood, I guess. Cheap Truck is playing with Richard Dolan tonight. Cheap Truck. It wasn't even a Tonka. It was a Tanka. It was a Tanka. A Tanka? See, anything but a Tonka. I'm horrible.
Or a Kensworth.
But yes, in Pennsylvania.
Big road train.
Yeah.
You have them in the United States?
Who?
Road trains?
Road trains?
Yeah, road trains. They're like...
I've heard of a few women getting a few... Never mind, what? I'll tell you.
Paul and his blue humor.
yeah,
Great.
Company 8 along with Rainbow for REO Speedway in the 2000 free show downtown. See, that's damn cool. That 78 one with Trick Rainbow and REO Speedwagon. Oh my God. That would have been a nice. Yeah, Kevin Cronin, he's bitching now. He's bitching.
Yeah,
It's like
low audience turnout.
That's all right. We had almost 20 people. You got that all wrong. Richard Dolan is taking a cheap truck to the gig, maybe. Could be taking a cheap truck to the gig. I don't know. But you know, which brings to the almighty of the in regards to when you ride a road train, she ain't tight anymore.
No,
See, that was a bad Cheap Trick pun. I don't care.
Tread on the wheel. Oh.
The wheels fall off. They don't go round and round. So for the last song in the queue, I just thought I'd pull up, since somebody asked us earlier, what is your favorite song off of the album Black Star? And you know, the whole thing when that came out, once again, the chameleon himself, he could just go into anything, couldn't he? And so, isn't it funny that the last complete album released before he died was jazz tinged? Because in my opinion, that's exactly what that album is. You Are So Welcome. Like I said, totally unexpected. I'm sorry. Maybe next time. It's okay. No big on that. I present to everybody Lazarus.
There was a quote from Jerry Casale about David Bowie. It was, if you want to see your idea come to fruition, don't show David Bowie. Apparently, but
oh boy,
yeah. As they say in England.
cool.
Off the album Black Star, his final album while he was released. I know they put I think an EP out, like I can't remember when, but there was an EP of like extra stuff that got released. I have not had a chance to listen to that either.
Have you fellas seen him live?
Excuse me?
Have you fellas seen him live before?
I never have.
I wish that did not happen. That did not happen. Eventually, Bowie's going to end up in a Jukebox from Hell episode when I can find the 1987 album. I think it's called Never Let You Down. Peter Frampton. Yeah, the one with Peter Frampton on it. Because that one did shit here in the U.S. It really did. But the tour I heard was quite interesting in regards to, you know, live. It was better, you know. And I knew that Bowie and Frampton knew each other, you know, since the '60s. Yeah. So for them, it was kind of like a full circle.
Yeah, they're close friends. Close friends, I believe.
Yeah.
I like that song "Day In Day Out" from the '87 album.
Oh God. When I was in Cheap Trick, when I saw Cheap Trick in Morgantown, the people behind us threw up on us because they were drunk. Oh, Thankfully enough, I
Yeah.
never had to deal with puke or piss or whatever. The Combine of the World, the 1987 tour was awesome. Glass Spiders. And I don't know if there's like a live album or a video from that. I probably should just check that out on YouTube, I guess. Ladies and gentlemen, we've almost got to the hour and 50-minute mark. I really do appreciate you guys coming here in the middle of an afternoon.
Thank you for
Well,
inviting
thank you
me.
for coming up.
Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Great to see you, Dave.
You
Very
too, you too, mate.
Appreciate
Yeah.
appreciate you letting me come up here.
Oh, you're welcome anytime. You know that. When we saw Bunny play with B, I think I've seen him do that once. That's kind of funny.
I like Jamie's Crying by Van Halen, a few others.
Yes. There's too many Van Halen songs that I really, really like. So for these gentlemen, and once again, got great audience. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet, or if you feel inclined. Anybody donate for Cheap Coffee, Cheap Records, and Cheap Laughs, because you'll definitely get them here.
Yeah.
Now it's time for an old fat bearded man to chew on a 45. Chewy. Take care. Psycho's Platters is a Love Peace production.